Already, today's CV challenge assigned this Laon, mandatory headshots, criminal arsenal, and one shot. So it's criminal arsenal, which really isn't all that great because we don't actually have a shotgun nor do we have a sniper, but it's also one shot, which means that, well, quite unfortunately, the ideal situation is that we actually have, well, either a sniper or a shotgun, or potentially both, which we don't really have. So we're just gonna wait for a C4 over here, which we unfortunately was, well, incapable of finding, but we'll take care of you over there. And then finally take care of you over there before we take care of, well, that slight issue known as, well, one shot and mandatory headshots combined, which certainly makes trying to aim a bit more challenging than we would ideally want, but we're just gonna go over here, place the C4 over here, detonate it over there before we subsequently go through here, which so far is great and all, it's just that we really don't want any of the units doing exactly that, which isn't really all that great for a start, but we're just gonna go in here, take care of you over there, and afterwards start a hack over here, which, I mean, knifing is still perfectly viable, it's just that it's not really all that great, because generally we would not have a lot of shields, and we, unfortunately, because it's scientists do, which means that if we do try to use the knife, it's probably not gonna work out all that well, so instead we're just gonna wait up here. And if we do spot a shotgun, we're gonna immediately take it, because even though it's criminal arsenal, a shotgun is very, very, very much usable, because it's still one shot, so we're just gonna wait over here. Cyber's gonna have a great time outside because of, well, all of the units, which is sorry I gave him an extra medkit, because that's probably what would be ideal for this situation before we take care of the Aegis unit before they start rushing towards the box, which is absolutely fantastic, because that's one less threat to deal with that we probably wouldn't be able to rectify if we tried, because it's, well, one shot, and we haven't got a sniper, nor do we have, at a very minimum, a shotgun, which would also be very, very much preferable, but we'll wait over here. Things are presumably gonna go just fine so far, and then we're just gonna keep on waiting over here and, well, see what happens, because that's really all that we can do right now. We are gonna drop our back door because we don't really need it anymore, and then we're just gonna wait over here because that's, because there's not really much that we can do on that front, but we could just go over there, take care of you over there, and run back past through here without taking all that much damage, which is exactly what we want, so we'll do exactly that. We'll keep on waiting over here, and then we'll see what happens relatively soon, because we, for a start, don't want that sniper causing any problems, which, so far, if we do actually get hit by them, it's gonna end quite badly, but we'll take care of the units that do show up. Hopefully not get too many shoot units, because that's certainly not what we want in this situation over here, and obviously trying to cover the shoot units as soon as possible, but naturally that's not always doable, which is why I'm gonna run past here, take care of you over there, and then afterwards seriously consider grabbing that shotgun on the way back, except that the second shotgun's now gone, which makes it a lot less viable, and because that unit wants to retreat downstairs, we're just gonna run past it exactly that time, because that's precisely the time that we want to do so, if it isn't already evident, so we'll continue waiting right over here, we'll see what happens, and hopefully things are gonna be cleared up relatively soon. And I mean, on our front, things are for the most part clear, so presumably Cyber's gonna know that it's probably time to shop over here relatively soon, because that's really, really, really what we want right on now, because, well, more units are gonna be showing up right now, and that's generally not very favorable for staying alive, so we'll try our best with the snipers. We're gonna take out the snipers right over there. And then whenever we're ready, we're just going to, well, start with a few grenades, because that's one thing that we can do before we throw yet another, and then we run out through here, which probably isn't the most idealized recipe, but so far we haven't many units, and the grenade certainly does its work because it's one shot. So that's the daily challenge in just under 4 minutes. Cheers everyone, have a great time.